What is happening, sports fans? It's your main man, Matt, from the DFS 5-pack. I'm rocking it solo. It is Friday, April 22nd. We got a MLB slate to talk over. 13 games. Pretty sure this is the biggest to date. Expected more of these to come in the Fridays in the near future. I love these big Fridays, so I'm excited to get on here and talk this over with you guys. Before I get into it, I'm going to shout out our promoter, DC Islands. The link in the promo code will be in the description section. Go check them out. As I've mentioned a couple times now, we've had a bunch of people winners. I know they're enjoying it. I'm liking what I'm seeing on there so far. So, again, I encourage everyone to check it out. The link in the promo code will be in the description section. I would really much appreciate it. And with that being said, let's dive into this MLB. And just so everyone knows, so there's no surprises, next week, my wife is having a baby on Monday, so I will probably be out of commission for a few days, but I will be back on here as soon as I can. So, yeah, I will be around this weekend to talk and make videos whenever I can, but next Monday I will for sure not be available, and probably for the few days after that. That being said, family is always the most important. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to talk this slate over with you guys, and I got 5 guys to talk over that I like quite a bit. Let me share the screen, and we'll be on our way. Alrighty, so as far as pitching options go, there's one guy at the top that stands out as, the clear top option in all formats. That's Justin Berlander. Didn't want to bring him up because don't really like taking the low-hanging fruit like that. So I wanted to talk over a guy that I'm a huge fan of, and that's Tariq Skubal. He's a guy who I've used through each of his first 2 starts. He was not good against the Sox, was very good against Kansas City. Now in a similar spot at home against Colorado, who is obviously away from courts because they're in Detroit. I like Skubal a lot here. Kind of expensive at 86, but a lot of guys are expensive late. DK Price, their SPs, Bailey Ober's 88, Kyle Wright's 93, Brad Keller's 82. These are guys that we've seen much cheaper in their past slates. They've priced them up, so I think Skubal belongs. He's my favorite one in that mix. Actually, my favorite tournament pitcher on this slate. I like him a lot. I like this matchup for him. Upside is real here. He's a guy who's basically stretched out. I don't think he gets a ton of love at this point, and he is high on my tournament shortlist, that's for sure. I like to talk over some bats. So second baseman I like a lot in all formats. I think you can fill in whether you're stacking Texas or not is Marcus Simeon. Hasn't had the greatest start to the year. Hasn't even hit a homer yet, but has showed some nice buying signs recently. 5+ DK points in his past 3. In 4 out of his past 5, he's got, that 1 double-digit game. Starting to see the ball better. Walk last night. Has 5 hits in his last 3 games. I think you're going to see the monster game from Simeon sooner rather than later. I want him on my side when that happens, and he's really, really affordable at 4,100. So, again, I like him as a filler piece in all formats, in a Texas stack or as a one-off. All right, moving on down. Speaking of a guy I like a lot as a one-off or in a stack, it's going to be Riley. Riley is having a good start to the season, averaging close to 9 DK points per game. He's just way too cheap. DraftKings priced up Albies and Olsen a little bit from what they were in LA, but the other guys are still really, really cheap. Riley included at 3,500. I actually prefer him against righties, but I'm not mad when he went the lefty. His power upside is real in this spot at this price point. He looks like a good look in all formats. Not getting a ton of love either. I move to a guy I like in tournaments. It's going to be Trey Mancini. So has not had a great start to the season. Another guy like Simeon with no home runs, but we know he's got power. He got ejected yesterday. I think Baltimore was, let all their frustrations out. Both him and Brandon Hyde, their manager, got kicked out. I think you see a nice bounce back from the Orioles here in a good spot facing Reed Detmers at 2,700 with both first base and outfield eligibility. I like taking a shot on Mancini. I go like balls to the walls on Baltimore, but as a one-off at this price point, I'm definitely interested. All right, last but not least, I think a guy you start cash games with is going to be Aaron Judge. The Yankees are in another good spot tonight against Eli Morgan. That they let people down last night, coming in chalky against Michael Pineda, but in an easy spot tonight at home against Morgan, I think you're going to see them garner a lot of the ownership. Teams that make sense. I still think you can go there in tournaments as well, as there's so many teams on this slate that I don't think even the Yankees get so much love where you use them. But in cash games, I think you want to start and end with them. Judge being their top at 5,400. He's not even that expensive. You look at guys like Mike Trout at 59, Juan Soto at 62, Bryce Harper up there. So you're getting a little bit of a discount on Judge in a great spot. Fits that Yankee stack. Top piece in cash games, and it definitely at your own risk in tournaments. That's what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you got questions for me, I'm around. If you want more content, more videos, more write-ups, any of that stuff, go check out the DFS 5-pack. We'd love to have you. Thanks as always. Let's catch you on the flip side tomorrow.